So when I first started doing Uber, it wasn't the amount of videos that you have today. There are a lot of people that make content today on Uber, on Lyft, on DoorDash. You can kind of learn a lot, if I'm being honest, just by watching YouTube videos. Obviously, I wasn't making content either. There's a lot of people that make content nowadays. A lot of people. There was no manual for what we do. You just had to kind of figure it out on your own. And if you didn't know what to do, hey, the struggle was all yours. As you hear the truck coming by, the struggle was all yours. So when I started, I just kind of figured it out, you know? And I got approved on Uber and I got approved on Lyft. But really quickly, at least in my market here in the South Florida, I learned that Lyft Basic, I gotta say Lyft Basic, but Lyft paid less than Uber. You know, back then I didn't really know about the platforms because I just had my regular car. My car only did X, so that's all I do. And I remember when I turned on X and when I turned on Lyft, Lyft was just paying crazy. I used to say Lyft paid like public transport. What do I mean by that? Lyft paid like, y'all talk about the $3 and $5 rides that you get now. Yeah, when I turn on Lyft, that's all I see. Now, Uber on the other hand, there's some mixture. You could get better rides, good rides. But yeah, with Lyft, I didn't see none of that. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Yeah, when I first started doing Uber, when I first started this gig business, there was nothing of the sort. Well, whenever I would turn on Lyft, it would just be nothing but $2 rides. $3 and $2 rides the whole time. And it was just like, why would I ever do this? And I remember thinking, man, I could make so much money if I could just use two platforms, but it was so hard. It was so hard to do it. It was so hard to do it. I got nothing but $2 and $3 rides. And I remember I was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn Lyft, because sometimes you just gotta suck it up, right? I was in a predicament where I needed to make the money. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna learn. And I'm gonna just suck it up and I'm gonna just do a bunch of rides. And lo and behold, I did a ton of rides. When you look at I've done 1,300 rides on Lyft. Now, when I look back, it's like, damn, how did I do 1,300? But Lyft actually, a couple years ago, Lyft actually was paying quests. They had quests. They had a quest for me being a new driver. They had a couple quests. There was a time where, like, right after the pandemic, right during the pandemic, Uber is known for the quests. You would get a quest on Thursday, and then you would get a quest basically on Sunday. That's what it is. So you would get a quest on Sunday, and it would be from Monday to Thursday, and then you would get a quest on Friday, and it would be Friday to Sunday. Something like that. I don't forgot now. It's been a while. But yeah, you would get quests. And Uber was really known for that. And then Lyft started doing it, and their quest wasn't as good as Uber's, at least for me. But I remember when Uber would throw out a quest, Lyft would throw out a quest. And that's how I would do them. Back then, the quests were kind of sort of lucrative because it was like $300-$400. And I'm not gonna lie, that was back when I was doing a ton of rides. So as of right now, I've done 10,000 rides on Uber, more than 10,000. I think I'm at 1,100 or something like that in the last 5 years. Now, obviously, majority of my rides came those first 3 years. Those first 3 years, I think I was at like 7,000, 8,000 rides. And in the last 2 years, I've kind of slowed it down, done things differently, yada, 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 because I have a nicer car, whatever. I've learned the other platforms and all of that stuff. But contrastly, I've only done 1,300 when you talk about Lyft. So I really didn't do Lyft. I really didn't do Lyft. I did DoorDash. With DoorDash, I have almost 2,000 deliveries. I done obviously Uber Eats with that. I did like almost 1,000 with Uber Eats. But I really just didn't. I really didn't do. I was really stuck to Uber. In other words, Uber was my primary source of income, especially for the first 3 years. Realistically, it was like that until last year, you know. And I think most drivers, they just pick a platform, they pick an app, and that's basically what they do. You get used to something, and it's like, why change it? For me at first, it was DoorDash. I got used to doing DoorDash, and I was like, yo, I'm literally just delivering people's food all day. I mean, it's better than being a dishwasher. It's better than being, trying to mow the lawn. It's better than, having to set up stages. It's better than trying to carry paint. I'll take having to get out my car for a couple seconds, drop off some food at somebody's door, take a picture, and then get back to my AC control car. I'll take it. That was amazing. It was amazing to me. I thought that was what you consider the alternative. Being a janitor, I take delivering food over being a janitor. Cleaning up bathrooms and stuff. I'm just saying. But, at first it was DoorDash because I come from, being a server. I was on my feet all day. So delivering food was nothing. But then I learned about Uber and it was like, you know what? I'll just do Uber. I get to sit in my car all day. Yeah, I'll just do Uber. Yeah, no. I don't have to get out of my car. Yeah, I'll just do Uber. And I stuck to that platform, especially the last 3 years. And honestly, I made more money with Uber. Made a ton of money with Uber. Because I really got used to being an Uber driver. And what taught me, so just like everybody else, I used to basically only use one platform. When I went out to work, it was all about turning on the Uber app, and I would work the Uber app, and when I got done working, I would turn off the Uber app. But these last 2 years, dealing with these crazy people that, get in your car and they want to talk all crazy to you, and it's like, oh, you don't think I'll kick you out, huh? Oh, you think I gotta take you, huh? Okay. You need to get out of my car, or I'm gonna drive to the police station. You got two options. Either you get out of my car and you go find somebody else, or you going to the police station. We can talk to the police officers. Let's talk to them. You can have a long conversation if you want to. Because all of this is being recorded. And little by little, every time I would kick somebody out, even though I got all of the video footage, even though it's documented, I had an altercation, I would let Uber know. Little by little, every time I would get deactivated. As you guys remember, I got deactivated over a $6.50 cancellation fee. Even though Uber knew about it, I told them I had an issue with a passenger. Explain the whole situation. I was still deactivated. So when I started getting deactivated, and obviously the other side is, y'all know I used to do Amazon Flex. 3 packages is all it took for me to get deactivated from Amazon Flex. And there's no appeals in sight. It's over for Amazon. So what these things taught me was that, okay, I am just a number. And I share my real life experiences with you guys because when I lost Amazon at first, it hurt. I was like, man, I done delivered. If we really being honest, the right before I got deactivated, I did more Amazon than I did anything else because I enjoyed delivering packages. It was easy. It was easy. It was fun. I got a chance to work out. Y'all know I got this good. It was just good, bro. It was just like, it was fun. It was awesome. And then I would challenge myself to see how quickly I could get done with the shift. Yeah. Um, it was cool. But then I got deactivated, and it was just like, okay, so what do I do now? I always thought that it would be permanent with Uber, but it was permanent with Amazon. I was like, what do I do now? And I had to reevaluate myself and figure it out. But what it caused was for me to learn how not to rely on one app. So I had to turn back to Uber. I turned on Lyft. I incorporated Spark into my delivery, into my lifestyle. I turned on Instacart. I turned on Roadie. I turned on Viho. As you see, like I started adding other stuff into my repertoire. And what happened is the craziest thing. I started making a lot more money because what you guys don't realize, when you only work one app, you're beholden to that app's market. But when you work multiple apps, you just expanded your market in terms of customers. Because yeah, it might be dead today for rideshare. It might be dead for Uber. But it could be popping for delivering, for food, doing DoorDash. Or it could be popping because a lot of people are ordering from Walmart and doing Spark. Or it could be popping. Well, it's always popping with Viho if you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Food delivery. Pack. Well, I guess that's meal prep delivery. With the HelloFresh. I also turn on Shipt. People order from Target all the time. So I lost a big delivery, but then I gained all of these other deliveries. And it was just like, yo, I'm making a lot more money. I'm not. See, the thing about Amazon that nobody really talks about is you do a ton of miles. Y'all think these offers are crazy when you look at the miles? $20 for 35 miles. And it's like, I would never do that. Or, I don't know, $10 for 25 miles. Like, oh, that's a horrible offer. But with Amazon, you don't know how much mileage you're actually doing because they don't tell you up front. Only way you know is if you track it. And there was a lot of shifts where I'm doing, 100 miles, 100 plus miles. And it's like, if you're not tracking it, you just like, man, I'm driving a lot. Because I would have 20, 30, 40, 50 stops. I was just like, okay, cool. But like I said, I enjoyed it. So, but so what happened with me is I got deactivated from platforms. I got deactivated from Uber because of customer complaints. So I honestly thought that one of these customers, they start talking reckless to me and I kick them out, that'll be my last day on Uber. And fortunately, it hasn't been, fortunately. But it was my last day with Amazon. And I thought that was going to be the end of the world. But what it showed me, and what I'm here to tell you guys, is that when you incorporate other apps into your regular routine, your money goes up. Your money goes up. So, you gotta, if we're talking about DoorDash, okay, or incorporate some of that. Or even if it's just that you're an Uber driver, so Uber Eats. Deliveries can be popping. You know, if you can't get on DoorDash, do Uber Eats every now and then. You know, because I know a lot of y'all care about your acceptance rate. But you'll find, at least when it's slow, what you'll find is that you're gonna make so much more money because you're not beholden to one app. And this is why, honestly, I'm not just an Uber driver anymore. I can't be. It's like putting a ball and chain on your ankle. Because as I've told you guys, now obviously I can put up with the foolishness. I don't have to kick people out. But at this stage of my life, my peace is everything. So you get in my car and start talking reckless, get out. But obviously that means that they're gonna report me and call me every name in the book. But that's the risk that I take because my peace is everything. But, you know, I do have those other apps, and that's the reason. But while I have the opportunity, I make so much more money than I used to. I guess what I'm saying is I make more money easier. I make my money easier because I have these other apps. Deliveries is popping. When ride shares are popping, deliveries is. When deliveries ain't popping, ride share is popping. Hell, people are always ordering from Walmart. So, and then obviously Amazon is, you know, damn near year round, but you know, I can't do it. But yeah, man. So it's a little cold out here, so I'm gonna get back in my car. But just kind of wanted to tell you guys that you're missing money. But yeah, if you're not in the Telegram group, hit the link in the description. Got any questions, any comments? Leave them down below. But yeah, with that being said, man, I'm about to get back in the car. Deuces.